All right, Siena Heights coming in 9-6. Supernova 15-0 through regular season. So Siena Heights, your 6th seed coming in here. We take a look. So, excuse me, 8th seed. I mean, just barely. Has the same amount of map wins as Chain's family, but lost 2 more. Has 2 more on the losing side. But I mean, only 4 map score separates the 6th seed from the 8th seed with the same win-loss record here, right? So, well, they end up beating the 6th seed. They're in lower bracket round 1. But their opponents tonight, Supernova 15-0, but not only that, only dropped 5 maps in 15 series. Amplify take it here, redeem it a dad joke. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right, Cap. All right, Cap. I'll see what I can scrounge up for you. What's another name for a supernova? A pop star. All right, there you go, Cap. There you go. As we got another team to send forward, we're heading into top 4 by the day's end. You know, we kind of talked about, Siena Heights made that come up in 2024. Social, Temp, and Arizona at the core of that roster is the main core that's carried over in here into 2025. But Siena Heights with a drastic improvement here this season. Kind of finding their footing a lot more. Their first foray into Master ended up going 2-9. And of course, we do see some of these teams end up moving on. Rad, Shikigami, Avidity, even this timeless roster, they all end up in OWCS this season. We're getting a little bit of the changing of the guard as we've moved into 2025. So a lot of these teams that were kind of below that threshold are now starting to push up and now starting to move into the OWCS ecosystems as things level out here a little bit. This has left a little bit of a power vacuum in Season 4, and one that Siena Heights is happy to fill, where they had a 2-9 record in Season 3. Much better performance here in Season 4, coming in 9-6, able to make playoffs. I mean, there's definitely some good dubs on the board here from Siena Heights, including teams that end up ranking above them once we got into postseason. Some good momentum here from Siena Heights. They've been able to win 5 of their last 6. Do the underdogs have what it takes? I mean, this is the team to beat. And I don't think anybody would have bet on Supernova being in this lower bracket this early in. And now, particularly with Extinction kind of already going first and pulling out their dub, you got to think that Supernova going, okay. We can't let Extinction win their match, reverse sweeping their match, and then us lose. So I want, Supernova can have a little bit more of that hunger in them. But I know Siena Heights. This is I know that this is a squad anxious to prove itself, and to see how far they can go. So certainly no lack of motivation, drive coming in from Siena Heights. One of the only teams, if not the only team left in Expert Master Division that are doing both Collegiate and FACEIT League. So I gotta give a lot of props to Siena Heights just for, I mean, that is action speaking louder than words. That is proving that they are dedicated here and they're looking to improve week in and week out, committing to this, busy long-term league here in FACEIT. Best of 5 series, first map will be randomly chosen. And it will be a loser pick throughout the rest of the series. Losers pick not only of which map, but game type as well. If we happen to need another map 5, that one, it will reset, and you can pick between any maps that have not been played yet. You're not locked into one game type for that map 5. It kind of resets, and you can pick whatever you want from that point. Samoa randomly picked here for map 1. Supernova are starting us off on the right-hand side. Go and get that fixed for you. Supernova also getting first ban here. So that's, and they ban a DPS right out of the gate. I mean, not a big surprise. Temp is a nasty hit scan. Supernova banned out the DPS, so that far ban is from them. Specifically targeting Kirito. And we got a Winton ban on the other side, going after Astro. Imagine, particularly on Somoa, might see a lot of hazard. Astro has such a nasty hazard. Getting set up for your second match of the night. Here, let me get you some Preds. There we go. All right, let's get into map 1. Let's get it started. Why QFPL when DPL exists? Oh, Dylan Pro League. Oh, Red X. Oh, no. Okay, with the far band out, Kirito goes into an Echo, and Arizona with the, and the D.Va composition. Ooh, that was a huge nade from Rinko right out of the gate. Hold on, his backside with the pirate skin. That's a great skin, by the way. Love the look of this skin. First cap has gone over to Supernova already. The Siena Heights give that one up with, little resistance, it felt like. It was just a, Arizona had to rotate off. Allows for a quick cap. You don't have a tracer here with Kirito in the skies. One of the things you're missing is having that ability to kind of touch on and off the point. And cycle in to help contest. One of the things the tracer really brings to the table. Yeah, Kirito is a far Echo player. I believe came from First Flame Heatwave in 2024, if memory serves. Pick start to come through. Jutsu able to get one. Astro sends the brig flying. And Supernova are able to win out this fight. Graham's coming with a pair of kills throughout that. Moncho leading the ultimates on the other side. It's got this orbital. Try to get as close as you can. Try to perhaps just throw this right on top of Astro. It could be a dangerous proposition here for Moncholo, who can't sacrifice themselves to do it. Meanwhile, it's going to be Supernova who setting the pace, who end up just taking the engagement. Take matters in their own hands. Ryan comes up with the second one, the beautiful little move to finish off Social. And this is looking very clean here in this opening map. 10 throws in an overclock here at the very end of the map. Will not make it in to get the touch. Autosonic does get on the objective. It has a purple. There's a bomb battering him down. And with an annihilation to close this out, it will be a clean 100-0 for Supernova. Every stupid actress, thank you for the follow. By the 9, I'm glitching. Okay, reactor rollout from Siena Heights. Arsena goes into the Remonstrance, so no more D.Va here. We're going to get Temp in the Cassidy as well. Again, we've seen the Cassidy becoming more and more prevalent. We saw it, play quite a bit in that last series, but no surprise with Petal in the battlefield. But we're seeing Tim pull it out here early. And no Wrecking Ball or Hazard on the other side. I think it's just really to try to help deal with Ryan. And that extra sustain seems to come in real handy. Particularly with the combat roll. Not just the extra health of a Cassidy, but that damage negation from a combat roll. Pretty very valuable. Arsena's going to chase down Astro here on the outside. Siena Heights we're up a percentage for the first time here in Somoa. Wait, Grapes gets a pick on a Temp in the back line? How does that happen? Nano boost available for Supernovas. They come back in for this second fight. A little bit of a battle going on that soft flank outside. Orbital ray thrown in right over the middle of the point. Astro does receive that nano boost. Trying to chase this orbital. But Tim's already picked up one. We'll lose the duel. Jutsu playing from reactor. So bomb thrown towards that reactor side. Social with the rally and try to keep both DPS at bay over here. Moves in for the combo, but Jutsu finds the kill. Great shooting there out of Jutsu. Arsona still gets the percentage up to the 60s, low 60s here. I feel like I would just repeat it again, and then in 2 minutes, y'all are going to put it back in chat. We got a beautiful cycle going. We'll hold it. We'll hold it for now. Kirito not holding on to this small core, immediately throws it down. I love the positioning in that back left corner. It's not really over the point, but controlling this back left side. So good. Sound barrier blade coming out from Supernova. Ryan's able to dance over the lava to find Kirito. And is forced back from a whip shot from Social, but comes back in time to help get that kill onto Arasota. And 41% in counting here. Supernova win their second fight. Dash through, looking for more. Looking for exits here around the reactor. Ends up being a trade. Losing Astro, not ideal. That is not how Supernova drew that up. Wall block the sight lines of the Yana. The Nano Boost goes in on Orion. Has 3 squishies down in the back. Social's going to pop the rally and come on to the point. See if they can squeeze Astro in the middle. Astro pops the Annihilation. In fact, both Annihilations are currently running. Arasota ends up, well, just kind of backing away from it. Now we're going to get Deadeye stopped by a beautiful bio nade. Astro landing the punches. Even the orbital ray falls a bit flat, courtesy of Rinko and that great ante. Jutsu with the bomb over the point. Supernova still 5 strong. Jutsu dropping down, give a chase to Arasota. Ryan greets them as they pop back up. The yellow bar will disappear. Map 1 goes to Supernova. Not near the stumble that we saw from Extinction. Supernova come out firing on all cylinders and in complete control. The 100-0 started off. Now Siena Heights choose Route 66 here for map 2. Supernova staying on the right-hand side. It was a support ban there at Siena Heights. Stats from map 1 look pretty one-sided. Rinko doesn't die. Jutsu 16-1 with 8,900 damage. Okay, it was a support ban from Siena Heights. It was the Kiriko that was banned out. Tor banned out from Supernova. Siena Heights kind of struggling with Supernova's extreme pace. Take the Kiriko out of the equation, right? Just remove that Kitsune rush. The Kitsune rush look to be a fight winner every time. Boom. Got you some prints from map 2. Okay, I'm getting better at remembering this. Let's get into round 66. Girl Somoa, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you being here. The slow creep up for the close hole. Quick opening shot. Okay, then going to the far here. Once recognition of the hazard comp that is looking to defend against him. Ooh! And a quick trade out from Ryan. With Arsona down, I mean, this is just early progress picked up. Arsona should make it back in time to help fortify Big Earls. Was an opportunity here. Supernova could try to start pushing and taking that away. But that window has closed. Ryan has moved in underneath. You're looking at Social Unite trying to hold on that top right-hand side. Whoop. Okay, Social worms their way back on. But, I mean, we've had, in the meantime, Astro and the rest of Supernova managed to claim some of that high ground, immediately drop back down. Siwa, appreciate you being here. Oh my goodness. Finally catching the cast, yeah. Reddick saying this is Siena Heights' best map. Oh, so far it's been a rough start on this defense. That cart is darn close to a cap. And this Jutsu comes up with a kill on that high ground. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I hate all kinds of wrong buttons. There we go. Was not on home case. There's the cleanup and the cap. A swift march through point A, and Supernova have got one on the board with nearly 5 minutes in the bank. Moncholo leading the team in old charge, still behind everybody on the other side for Supernova, though. You can see Astro already in the face. Oh my goodness. Like a jump scare on to Jinxie. Tim goes down. Astro, just the fake. Astro backs up just enough to allow Moncholo to think they're safe and sticking their head out. And immediately Astro pounces on it. I mean, what a bait. Unite ends up alone versus both DPS. Astro doesn't even feel the need to move over and help with that. I don't even think Central right-click that direction. 5 check marks from Supernova. Arsona's able to at least make it out, but is so low on health. Doesn't even land trying to jump back up to the high ground. Graves pops one ultimate in the name of this rally to see if they can cap it out with just as conservatively as possible. Orbital thrown over to the point, but it doesn't make it to Social in time. Jutsu picks up 2 off screen. And this is a systematic dismantling of point B. We're going to head into the warehouse with nearly as much time as we entered point B with. An incredible push, and just the rally expended. Siena Heights just now starting to come up with some of these important ultimates. could really use a stick out of Unite right now. Need something to kind of halt this momentum. So much wind coming headlong at Siena Heights at the moment. Oh, that was it! That was it! That's the kind of momentum boost swing that Siena Heights needed. What a stick out of Unite. That was gorgeous. That was big. Look at it. You see the chat livening it up. That's exactly what Siena Heights needed. You can feel the comms. I mean, you can see it. You can see it coming to life on your screen. And not to mention in the top right-hand corner as the kill feed lights up all blue. Double fan the hammers does not dissuade Astro with the Sliders from pushing into your backline with this primal. Manage to force your supports away. Deadeye out of temp. Ooh, Astro doesn't get far enough. The Winston's brought down. And that's nearly 2 minutes, about a minute and a half eating off this clock here from the Siena Heights defense. Social just a bit of scouting here from the outside. I don't imagine there's any inclination to drop. Just trying to keep an eye on what's going on. Perhaps making sure there's no, flankers trying to push up that direction. The Astro's not trying to do a sneaky maneuver in. Deadeye from Jutsu finds Moncholo. Oh, I'm 13% away from that orbital ray. That is a disastrous loss. It's such a strong point for that orbital. Downpour is going to lock Astro in place. Still, they managed to find a kill on Arasona. The nano boost was more than enough to bring the hazard down. Ryan wins out the duel against Unite. And the Siena Heights able to get a couple minutes off this clock. Supernova once again find their footing. And now a handful of meters away from capping point C. Deadeye from Jinxie on this left-hand side, protected by the shield of the rally, finds Rinko. That's a huge pick. You're leaving it just brick heels left on the point. Moncholo's going to find two with those torpedoes. This defense will stabilize. Just a rally available for Supernova to work with. Oh, you hear Unite pushing into the backside. Eyes on Rinko. There's the mark. There's the pulse. Oh, I love the plan, though. Arizona puts the mark in from a distance, specifically so that Unite would know where to aim. It was a cool plan. Unfortunately, it didn't stick. Jinxie's flashbang does, though, rally just to try to protect Grapes and Rinko, but they are overwhelmed in the corner in a 3v2. Yeah, you get a couple kills on point if you're Supernova, but it's not nearly enough to get this cart rolling. Social scouting on this top left-hand side, starting to pay off as we're seeing Asteroid Company threaten up there. Social forces are back. Rotation through main. Ryan still keeping eyes. Realize that he's got a couple of players locked in. Astro with the primal rage, try to take advantage of this defense being split up a little bit. They're able to regroup on the back of Timp's Deadeye. Oh, that was dangerously close to a skull onto Astro, but it's Arasona who hits the dirt. Rally now up from Supernova. Nanoboost thrown onto Ryan, and they're going to take care of Unite with a quick little combo. With the rally shut down, there's not much for Siena Heights to stop this cap. I think just try to see if they can get it into extra innings, or into overtime, rather. Can't quite eat all the time off the clock, but you get it close enough. That stick goes straight to Noob Hunter. Wouldn't hurt my feelings, Ashura. Always a joy to end up on Noob Hunter. Gotta say, quite the turnaround, considering Supernova went into point C with just under 5 minutes on the bank. And it takes them nearly all 5 of those minutes to get it done. It was looking like Supernova was just going to run away with this, but honestly, that stick out of Unite was so clutch. It's so invigorating for that Siena Heights defense. They leveraged that into a great deal of momentum. And you even saw, I mean, look at the socials. You can still see the effects from just that one outstanding play. Oh, that sleep hit on Astro. What a sleep on a social. Social actually going to stick with this? Were you running double flex? Okay, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I've seen the social auto very often. But I suppose, I mean, you need an Ana here, but they opt for the Juno Ana as opposed to putting social onto the Brig. Good anti-nade up top, and Supernova just cluster up, huddled in each other's protection there. Power and numbers there for that defense. Get another engage out of Arsona. This does prompt Astro just to move into the back line of their own right, but gets picked off, takes too much damage. Arsona not being nearly as aggressive is able to use that sign of Big Earls to minimize the poke damage. Now look at all that cleave. Oh my goodness. We are going to get a kill out of Ryan here, but Arasona's been able to corral the defense of Supernova back into that corner. Oh, that's a pressure relief valve I've ever seen. Jutsu hits the head of Mancholo, and Astro's back on the scene. Ringo with a nano boost available. We also have social coming up on one as well. Arasona's purple. In a lot of trouble down low. Nano boost thrown in as soon as the purple fades. Eats a sleep, but they're able to get the nano boost out in time. It's a +1 here to Tanuki. To Siena Heights at the moment. Sorry. Juggling up against the wall. Arasona will eventually pull Jutsu down. Still Supernova are getting reinforcements in. They've got to rally to help fortify them at the back of this point. A couple of low health bars being driven out, and Unite gets caught, unable to disengage. The rest of Siena Heights make it back around the corner, but you have right at a minute 30 to work with. No, Hunter, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here for that matter. Jinxie under pressure. Astra comes up with a kill. Unite tried to back cap, but it does get red. No cheeky C9s here. Graves moves back to just to lock it down. And the defense comes up with a couple more kills necessary to stabilize. We're down to 65 seconds. Arasona eats a sleep on the way out. Not going to get out alive. Oh! That wrong. That's most unfortunate. Didn't see I haven't seen a cause for this, right? I think it's as long as it's not Mancholo getting booted. Siena Heights should be okay. You need that orbital. I think if you can get Mancholo on top of the point, I mean, you only need a handful of meters, right? You can get a left side push and kind of get the team positioned to where they can get on the objective and just kind of brute force it. But you got to get past, I mean, a pulse bomb, not to mention the shots from Jutsu and Rinko all along the way. with Astro hunting you the whole time. So easier said than done, obviously. I suppose you could also use the Moncholo orbital to try to take the top of Big Earls. Yeah, we have Asura and Ashura. And I'm doing my best to keep them... Alright. Leaky PC? Oh no. That can't be good. That can't be good. Oh, I'm sorry, Narwhal. Damn it. No, it was just all of 2024 of casting this roster. And this roster being under that umbrella. That's all it was. Damn it. Oh, I'm sorry. Honestly, the music kind of fit there for a moment. But let's get that copyright-free music out of there. Jutsu, just lone sniper sitting on the high ground. Providing Overwatch here, no pun intended, truly, for this defense. Supernova will get it down into a critical state as the dramatic music starts to build. Moncholo caught on the outside. That orbital did not have the impact that they were hoping for. Siena Heights will not get anything done here on their map pick of Route 66. Funny little trade up top. Moncholo would play the game. How often do you get a judo play in the game? That's fantastic. Is this the double kill here? Yeah. Unfortunately, not enough. Not enough. Siena Heights get yet another map pick. Oh, hey, they're swapping sides. And it's Esperanca with a DPS ban coming out from Siena Heights. Y'all can look at some stats while I go swap our sides. I mean, the stats don't look as one-sided as the map felt, right? I mean, we're looking at, Temp has almost the exact same damage. Temp and Jutsu are only separated by a mere 6 damage, separating these two players. Now, Astro does put up about 4K more than Arsona in that. But the stats don't look nearly as one-sided as it felt in the game, right? It feels a bit closer. I mean, still Siena Heights are winning twice as many team fights. Like that definitely rang true. That feels true according to the eye test. All right. Let me get this camera in a decent spot. Let's go check bans so I don't forget those this time. We said it was a DPS ban out from Siena Heights. It was the Tracer. Tracer banned from Siena Heights. Kiri banned in from Supernova. Interesting. You don't see that very often. So, I mean, Siena Heights banned the Kiri last time, and Supernova banned the Kiri this time. Nobody wants to play Kiriko. No Kiriko for you. Honestly, though, it's intriguing as to what that means here for the strategy from Supernova. Oh, shoot. Your Preds. Oh, look at me doing Preds. I actually remembered. I can't believe I remembered. Just lost 3K Bullskunk points on the dot. Okay, Kirito able to come back in, so Unite headed to the bench. Kirito returns here for map 3. And with no far, Ban is able to pull. Look at how cool that weapon looks. That is sick, y'all. Like, that is ridiculously cool. I'm, like, just enthralled by Kirito's rocket launcher. A little bit back and forth. I mean, actually working out for Siena Heights. Social comes up with a couple of kills there on the back of the fight. And the aerial supremacy from Kirito pay it off with this gorgeous gun. Colby to Jack, thank you for the follow. Astro dives in through main. So not the traditional mega high ground approach, just up the gut. Try to take it through Main Street. Oops. That went to the random screenshot folder. Jutsu 88% here to the bomb. You are looking at both DPS ults available here from Siena Heights. But they're a little bit further behind in the support ultimates. With Jutsu finding that kill on Akirito, we're not going to see that barrage here anytime soon. Now Jinxie is able to pick up one. I wish I'd gone to Jutsu's pod when they had leapt through the camera. That was cool. Nano Boost thrown onto Ryan. Finds 2 targets isolated in. 3-piece for Ryan. Hunting for 4th. He's going to catch our Sona down in the cubby. Ryan gets a 4K. Back of the Nano Boost from Rinko. So the support ults end up being the difference maker. Even with Jinxie able to take Astro down in that fight with the Deadeye, it's not enough to stop the wrath of Ryan. Still Siena Heights hold the lead and are able to protect it with the push through Mega Room. A low Astro hangs out on the point. A few seconds passed after when the bubble was broke, really towing that line, limit testing the health bar and the supports. Over the high fly and drop in. Kirito's barrage is able to take down Rico. Gets Jutsu just before Ryan comes in for the finish. A beautiful barrage to send Siena Heights back the other direction. He wore the skin. Thank you, Kirito. I love the enchanted armor skin. I don't know what the story is behind that, but I love the enchanted armor skin. It's one of my favorite skins in the whole game. I mean, just because the way it breaks apart into pieces. Honestly, it's really just because it breaks apart into pieces when the Pharah dies. I just think it's so neat. Nice long spread high ground defense here from Supernova. Astra's going to make a move towards main. Sound barrier in the pocket to back it up can be used at any time. What a Bionade! Rico's gonna find 3 with the anti. Now we get the Primal and the Dragon Blade tossed in. Jinxie popped up in the air and actually gets one with the Deadeye after being sky nooned by the Primal Rage. We're down to a 2v2 left on this point. Arizona gets both of them. Arizona, excuse me. It's not the pay-to-win noise-canceling skin? I don't know about that one. What is it, like another... like a touchdown skin where it just changes the noises on it enough? Interesting. Ryan, damn nasty. Hard to argue with that. Ryan rocking a San Francisco Shock skin here. I believe that's what that is. The only ultimate available from either side just been invested onto Astro and catches Temp right out of the gate. Oh, you even find Kirito ground Farah. And the Flora is, in fact, exploded into pieces. A great fight with a flawless one, as a matter of fact, here from Supernova. Send this bot back the other direction. Try to recoup that 20-meter deficit. See how Siena Heights want to reapproach this. You don't have much time. Arsona already had to move in and try to deny the cap. Bob's been thrown in from Jutsu. Oh, out of the window and into the backline. Ooh. I love the positioning from Bob. Trying to push it out. Maybe he got stuck up there. Maybe that was not an intentional positioning from Bob. Either way, it works out. Well, it works out for Supernova. They get the checkpoint. They get the lead. They get the kill onto Arsona. Tim is able to strike back here at Yellow Bus. Sorry, I came was a little wild through that fight. I feel like I was just like a step behind on that fight. Ryan with Blake coming up from stairs. With Astro fending off this 1v2. It turns into a lot more than 1v2, and Astro has to bail. Did not have much health. I think he was lucky to get out of that one. Keep an eye on Ryan coming up at that stairwell side as Jutsu's fine Kirito takes the barrage equation off the table. Social with the rally. Deadeye from the high ground from Tim. Looking for a score on one of the supports at the back line. Astro's Primal holding down the objective for the moment. Moncholo now with an orbital in over the top. And Astro's going to have to bail on this point. That's going to be the checkpoint picked up here from Siena Heights. And they're going to start making some progress. Arizona's able to move in. The sound barrier is way too late to pick up a kill on Norinko. Kirito returns into this fight with 2. Drops it out of the sky. Descending upon Supernova and helping to clean up this fight. It's broken. But a fight win when it's all said and done. No supports here for Siena Heights. They're going to be able to get close to the lead. I don't know if they'll be able to get it. Oh, that's a Super Genji skin. It is an Overwatch 1 shock skin. Good call. That is absolutely a Super Genji skin. Good call. The Kirito Barrage coming from the window might just be the ticket to push this bot over the line. Nano Blade in from Supernova, and Jinxie didn't even get a chance to pull the trigger on that Deadeye. Kirito was able to pick up 1. It's immediately traded back the other direction. +1 here for Supernova on the point. Equalized from the Annihilation. Moncholo taking down Ryan on the point. The bot started to head back the other direction, but Arsona is able to rotate around. Speaking of bot, Astro is rolling around in 1 now as they've moved over to a Wrecking Ball. Got out of there with so little health. So little health. Temp Siena Heights with this high ground control. Crossfire from Kirito out of the window. Siena Heights' goal is just solidify that top high ground side. Ooh, Kirito staying in this window. Makes it so difficult for Supernova to find any ground to cross over. But Ryan, the Genji, is the one who's got the ticket. Not only crossing in front of Kirito, but comes up with a kill. Jinxie gets 2! Back-to-back shots out of Jinxie to keep this cart rolling. TS1 will turn the final corner with 20 seconds to go. Deadeye from Temp, a.k.a. Jinxie. The only ultimate currently available. Backtracking. Ooh. Might have put themselves into a difficult spot. Has to pull the trigger on the Deadeye. Gets killed by the deflect. OT fight. Grapes 93% towards the sound barrier. Finds a kill on Arizona, but goes down. Kirito gets 2 with the barrage. Ryan's able to clean up on Cholo from the window, and it's just Ryan and Astro left alive here on this fight. They're stalling for reinforcements. Love this mid-maxing on the bot. Close spots in from Siena Heights gives them such a massive advantage coming in here. Ryan and Ash are trying to negate that as much as they can. Grapes returns with the sound barrier and is able to hit 1 with that. Doesn't get Jutsu. Monchola with an orbital throwing over the point. It's the only ultimate in the pocket here from Siena Heights. Ryan drops it in the blade. The Nano Boost is in. It's already gotten 3 through that. The patience pays off. But Supernova aren't done. They'll win this fight, but they're going to have to win another. And that cost them everything. Social coming up in a rally. Jutsu with Bob. The only ultimate's currently online. What an angle here from Jutsu. He's going to get the Bob directly behind Arizona. Arizona gets slapped on a block. Taken down by Ryan. Supernova are now inching towards the line, and Siena Heights have no tank to defend with. Ryan will get the +1 back over. There we go. Astro with the annihilation. Putting the dagger in the series, into the season of Siena Heights, as they will close out from behind Esperanca to get the 3-0. Move into top 4, and will face Extinction in your lower bracket semifinals. Some stats for map 3. The closest map yet. Siena Heights held the lead through a lot of that. Oh my. The smart heads-up play out of Supernova. I mean, that was the perfect amount of push to get the reinforcements back in, to allow for Rinko and Grapes to get back into that fight. Rinko gets the nano boost in, built up and in. And Ryan delivers yet again with another super impressive Dragon Blade. Oh my. I mean, Ryan threatened as one of the best Genjis, I think, in North America right now. All right, well, Supernova and Extinction both managed to pass their test, albeit Supernova do it with a little more flying colors than Extinction on the other side.